Hi there, welcome to the YouTube channel. Sorry, my voice is getting worse. I'm recording the videos for this week, so bear with me if it sounds a bit croaky. Make me feel better. Subscribe if you're not here before. There you go, saves me doing it at the end now. Right, still back on Foundations and Jumpstart this week, and it's going to be today, for the last video of the week, Gornog, the Red Reaper, sorry, 2 in a red for a 2/3 Minotaur Warrior. Haste. Yep, okay, 3 mana, 2/3 with haste. Cope with that. Cowards can't block warriors. Don't think there's many cowards in Magic, apart from one from Duskmourn that I can think of. And whenever one or more warriors you control attack a player, target creature that player controls becomes a coward. Oh, okay, so we're going to turn other creatures into cowards. That's fine. Attacking warriors you control get +X/+0, where X is the number of cowards your opponents control. Wow, what a card they've given us in this Minotaur from Jumpstart, Foundations Jumpstart. I love it. I've got a couple of my regulars on my stream who like playing the old version of this where we have cowards and warriors and all the rest of it. This one just takes it to a whole new level in my mind, and it is just ridiculous. However, it does need warriors, so this is very much a red typal warrior deck, and this is what it looks like. One thing before we go any further, what I would say is one of the cheaper decks that I've done for Foundations Jumpstart, depending what the price of Gornog is when it comes in. At the moment, it's in at 28 tickets on MTGO, $240 in real life. There's reasons for it, but really cheap for MTGO if you want to try it out there. Sorry, plug over, not sponsored, just making it thing. Right, I've got 41 creatures in this deck, and they're all warriors. So, Goblin Bushwhackers here to give everything +1/+0 and haste when we kick it. Ash Zealot, whenever a player casts a spell from a graveyard, it deals 3 damage. Not here for that. It's first strike haste 2/2 for 2 red. Battle Scarred Goblin comes in. When it becomes blocked, it deals 1 damage to each creature blocking it from Lord of the Rings. Bloodmark Mentor gives all our red creatures first strike, so everything becomes really hard to block. Kargan, the Dragon Lord, just keep leveling them up, and eventually you'll get up to level 8 and you have an 8/8 flying trample human warrior with fire breathing, which is a wee bit scary. Kargan Intimidator is also in. Cowards can't block warriors. Doink, end of it. We know that. That's a standard thing. You can see that just above me up here. Cowards can't block warriors. Same on this card over here. But there you get to pay extra mana. If you want to choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn, you can make another creature a coward. You can give a warrior trample. You can give Kargan Intimidator +1/+1. So basically you can have a 4/2 attacking. Metallic Mimic is a warrior. Yep, end of. Right, moving on. Rada's Firebrand attacks target creature defender player controls with power less than Rada's Firebrand's. Can't block this turn. You can pump it up. It's always going to cost you 5 to pump her because you're only going to have mountains in play as the basic land type. So, you know, you get to do it once for 5 mana. Probably not worth it, but the 3/1 is pretty good. Sardian Avenger is also in first strike in trample, and whenever it attacks it gets +X/+0 until the end of the turn, where X is the number of artifacts your opponents control. Then it gets +X/+0 where you've got all the cowards as well, and whenever an artifact an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, deals 1 damage to that player. Stops food, clues, treasures, blood tokens, the new ones that I can't remember from Fallout are also a pain to stop. Junk tokens, that's what I'm looking for. Moving from there, Archetype of Aggression gives everything trample. It's also a warrior. It stops everyone else having trample as well. Combat Celerant, you will exert as soon as you can to untap it and get another combat phase the next turn. Countryside Crusher, at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land, put it in your graveyard, repeat. And whenever a land is put into your graveyard from anywhere, +1/+1 counter on the Crusher. Nice. Devilish Valet just is alliance. It just keeps doubling up its power as you get more creatures into play with trample and haste. Frill Scare Mentor enters the battlefield. Put a menace counter on a non-human creature. So lovely target for Gornog if you want to put the menace counter somewhere. And then you can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature with menace. We'll come back to that. Furnace Punisher. Beginning of each player's upkeep, deals 2 damage to that player unless they control 2 or more basics. Gimli of the Glittering Caves gets bigger when another legendary creature enters the battlefield, and when it deals combat damage for play, you get a treasure. Goblin Chain Whirler just comes in and wipes the board of any small annoying stuff that's still around. Lalia the Blade Reforged. Just 1 or more cards are put into an exile. It gets bigger. You get to exile the top card and play it this turn. Fantastic. The Facebreaker is also here. Didn't realise it was a warrior until I was searching on warriors on MTGO. So another way of getting treasures and exiling cards to play. The other one with Kicker, Reckless Bushwhacker, is here. We can pay the surge cost. Hopefully a lot of the times we'd have played another creature to give all our creatures +1/+0 and haste until the end of turn. Shatterskull Charger, Trample, Haste was kicked, so 5 mana. It comes in with a +1/+1 counter on it, which makes it a 5/4. And at the beginning of your end step, if the Charger doesn't have a +1/+1 counter on it, return it to its owner's hand. So 3 mana returnable, kind of bigger lightning bolt, ball lightning. Sorry, yeah, maybe we'll see. Zuzu the Punisher. Whenever a land enters into play, Zuzu deals 2 damage to that land's controller. Play it too early, you probably make yourself a target. Be aware of that. Cyclops Gladiator. Attacks, you may have it deal damage equal to its power to target creature defending player controls. If you do, that fight, they basically fight. For all intents and purposes, it's a fight. Frontier Warmonger. Like this card, whenever 1 or more creatures attack one of your opponents or a planeswalker they control, those creatures gain menace till the end of turn. Remember the card I talked about earlier? You get to chuck around +1/+1 counters on creatures with menace. Activate it when they've got menace after this is in play. It's good. Gimli, Counter of Kills, is also in. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, Gimli deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. It's interesting. I quite like this as Wrath of God defense. It works really well, believe it or not. Krenko is a warrior. Krenko is here. We'll get some more goblins. We'll just do it that way. That's fine. They're not warriors. They're just goblins. So they don't benefit from Gornog, but gives you a whole load of blockers. Neeb, Dread Horde Champion. It gives you a whole load of mana. Ogre, Battle Driver. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, that creature gets +2 and haste until the end of turn. That includes anything that comes off Krenko. Just saying. Paragon of Fierce Defiance pumps all our red creatures up, and you can pay red and a tap to give another target creature haste until the end of turn. That's red. Rose Room Treasurer. Whenever another creature you control enters, get a treasure token if it's the first or second time its ability resolved this turn. Otherwise, you may pay X. When you do, the Rose Room Treasurer deals X damage to any target. Hello. Nice way to finish off your opponents once you've punched them in the face because they've all got cowardly creatures. Falconwrath Marauders, a very expensive warrior, vampire that flies, flying and haste, 5 mana for a 2/2, but if you can get it through and get some damage in, you instantly get 4/4, and then you get 6/6, and then it just gets out of hand very quickly. Flame Rush Rider attacks, put a token onto the battlefield, taps an attack, and there's a copy of another target attacking creature, and exile it in the turn. You can dash this if you need to. Frenzied Saddle Brute. All the creatures can attack your opponents and planeswalkers. Your opponents control as though they had haste. So if they try and attack you, they can't attack, but they can cast a creature and smack one of your opponents around. Nice. Fury Stoke Giant comes into play. All the other creatures basically go, right, let's shock creatures or players for the turn. Thanks. Kazul, Tyrant of the Cliffs. Everyone forgets to pay the 3s. You end up with a whole load of ogre tokens at some stage. Lovely. Thank you. Lovisa, the Cold Eyes. Now, if I've got this right, this has been errated to how it is here. Human Lord, I think. But I am just going to check at some stage. I'm not going to do it now because it gives all our warriors +2/+2 and have haste. Fine by me, even if it stays as Human Lord without one of the types. That's fine. Nib, the Eternal, afflicts whenever this creature becomes blocked. Target defending player loses 3. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, add red mana to your mana pool for each 1 life your opponents have lost this turn. Yeah, that's good. Sutri Fari Jotu comes in from the Assassin's Creed set. Trample, whenever you cast a historic spell, this deals 3 damage to any target. So we've got a few legends, we've got some artifacts. Haven't got any sagas, but the others are here. Tangarth Talarum Hero has Vigilance. This has been edited to say Vigilance when you play on MTGO. And then you can pay 1 and a red, have it deal its damage to any target creature, and they basically fight. Yeah. Zealous Conscripts, everyone knows what it does. And Morag, Fury of Khatum. Remember, drop your land in your second main phase, not your first main phase. If Morag's out, so you get the extra attack combat step. Bear it in mind. Right. Spells. A bit of fun. Glimpse of Tomorrow, so we can shuffle all our permanents you own into your library, then reveal that many cards from the top of our library. Put them all onto the battlefield. Okay, we'll do that. Lightning Bolt for a tiny bit of control. Vandal Blast to blow up everyone else's artifacts. Jazika's Will because we're in a red deck. Arc Blade, just have that repeatable shock damage. Rousing Refrain to have that repeatable mana growth as well. That's nice. And Blasphemous Act just to tidy everything up if it goes pear-shaped. Artifacts. Tantalite, Talisman for ramp. Elixir for shuffling everything back in when it goes pear-shaped. Arcane Signet, Fire Diamond, Mind Stone, Ruby Medallion, Thought Vessel, all ramp in my head. Herald's Horn helps to get our warriors out even quicker because we choose warrior. Same as we do for Icon of Ancestry to make them bigger. Same with those incubators to make them even cheaper. Banner of Kinship, yep, even more pumping, making our warriors even bigger. Throne of Eldraine, because we are playing a mono deck today for a change. Well, I haven't played it this week, so I tried to take it out. I know I'm going to get moaned at in the comments for it earlier in the week, but, you know. Yeah, the Throne's back. It's here. And Vanquish's Banner, because at the end of the day, we want to draw more cards as we cast our warriors. The enchantments are evil. Shared Animosity means that our warriors get ridiculously big when they attack, because they're all attacking together. And Wallstorm Surge, yeah. Let's just use the power of our creatures to take other things out or damage straight to our opponent's head. Lands, lots and lots of ways of finding mountains to get them into play. We have got 3 Tree City, which we'll name Warrior as. We've got Nykthos for the red mana. We have got Path of Ancestry, because we might have a bit of scrying going on while we're at it. 25 mountains, search lands, and Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle. Yeah. Had to be here, didn't it, with 25 manas in the deck. We'll get there. And that's it. That's my very croaky take on Gornog, the Red Reaper. Like I say, really do hope we get all the cards from Foundation's Jumpstart on MTG on the 11th of December. Please, if you're watching this, anyone from Daybreak, still make it happen. You want to see me play this when these hit? There's a link in the description down below to my Twitch page. You can come and follow me over there. Join the 260 people who turn up regularly to watch me now. Please make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube. 561 as I record this one. So yay, thank you for the person who subscribed today. And I will be back at some stage next week with some more decks. Don't quite know what we're going to do for the rest of it, because I've kind of covered all the ones I want to do in Foundation. So if something hits me between the eyes, we'll do that. Otherwise, we're just going to have some random commanders coming up I haven't covered before. So come back Monday or late Sunday evening, depending where you are in the world, or Monday afternoon if you're the other side of the world, because, you know, I'm GMT, so it always goes up at midnight on a Monday for me. And this one went up midnight Thursday for me. So, you know, hey. I'm rambling, throat's sore, I'm stopping, I'm losing my voice. I'll hopefully see you all soon. But for now, take care, have a great time. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.